Greetings YouTube, it's the Brain Damage Gamer here, and today I'm going to be giving you a review of Sea of Thieves. Now I can already hear some people typing rapidly on their keyboard saying, but BDG, the game's not been out long enough for you to have a full review of it yet, and you didn't get a review copy. And to that I would like to say, yes, you're right. I didn't get a review copy, and it hasn't been out that long. Now, we will get into this a little bit further, but I believe it is possible to give this game a full review now. So, first things first, let's go and get the obvious out of the way. This game definitely has the feel that Rare and Microsoft by extension were attempting to go for. You feel like you're playing as a pirate. When you're out doing things and doing the various missions and quests, it definitely feels like you're actually doing something, pirates would be doing, stereotypically. But the ocean, oh my gosh, the ocean is amazing. It really gives you the feel of being out there and sailing a ship and dealing with the waves and the wind. And the draw distance, if you climb into the crow's nest, is just astounding how far away you can tell where things are, at least on PC. I've heard from some people that the Xbox version, the draw distance isn't as great. I don't know how true that is. I don't play the Xbox version. I play the PC version. Now, that is one other thing I did want to mention as well, is that this does have that cross-play, so you definitely do run into plenty of people playing on the opposite system that you are. I've run into plenty of console players, and some have been teammates, some have been people that I've fought against, and it's pretty seamless. The console people don't have the same aim as the PC people do, what with, being limited for the controls that they can have. That said, a decent number hold their own. So, there's no major complaints there. One of the things I did want to kind of mention as well, the missions are all very, fun and they're well thought out. Digging up the chests, I enjoy that quite a bit, actually. That's one of the mission types that you can get. You get those missions through the gold hoarders, and you go out and they give you a map, and that map could be either an exact map saying, hey, here's this island, dig at this X. Or they could give you a clue that says, hey, go to this island, and then you'll get more clues once you get there, and you have to, go to a certain location, you walk a certain number of paces. It's all very authentic. It feels very good to do that mission type. The combat, though, I have not been impressed with when it comes to the AI. The skeletons pretty much follow one exact path when it comes to fighting you. The one variant that they do have to that is if you do damage them enough, occasionally they flee from you, which more than anything, to be perfectly honest, is annoying, because then you have this enemy that you have to track down and kill, because if you don't kill that one enemy, then the next wave's not going to spawn. So it's typically more of an annoyance than anything. Outside of that, the skeletons quite literally do a straight beeline towards you. That's all they do. They don't have any other fancy moves or anything. Once they get into the range that they can attack at, they then slowly start circling you and attacking. If they are melee, they get at point blank and then start circling and attacking from point blank. If they're ranged, they get to the closest that they need to for their range and then start circling you and shooting. And it's not anything fancy on the circling. It's literally just sidestep while attacking. That's it. So the combat AI is pretty limited and pretty poor, to be perfectly honest. There is a third mission type, and that is collecting animals. You go out and you get cages, you try to find a specific animal type, and then typically you find a specific variant of it, like you might need to get a pink pig, or you might need to get a, red speckled rooster, something like that. You have to get a specific type of animal, you cage it, and then take it back. To be perfectly honest, I've done more in a few of those missions, and most of the time I find them more annoying than anything. Just because finding the specific animals can be annoying, as well as finding the individual variant can also be a bit of a pain. And then if you need 2 or 3 of something, then you have to find, other herds that have the exact same color ones, and it's more of an annoyance than anything for those missions. I did not enjoy a single one of those, to be perfectly honest. Especially as you get later on, you have to start taking care of the animals, like the pigs. You have to feed them, otherwise they die. And it's just adding another layer of annoyance on top of a mission that's already annoying and repetitive. That said, This is one of the reasons that I feel it's safe for me to say that this is a review and I don't need to quote-unquote beat the game or play it for any huge extended period of time. That's it. I've just described all of the missions for you. And you'll be seeing on screen, I'm showing you all of the missions because there is only one mission type for the gold hoarders. There's only one mission type for killing skeletons. And there's only one mission type for picking up animals. Now, they may have some tiny variants, like you may have multiple chapters of killing skeletons, or you may have to pick up a different kind of animal once you level up within each faction. But the core quest is the exact same as when you're level 0 versus when you're level 30 with them. Nothing changes. It's quite literally the same thing, just do it over and over again. And you might get better rewards, but it's the exact same quest. And that right there kind of goes into a point I'm going to bring up just a little bit later as well. That is something that I consider a significant detractor of the game. Optimization, if you do get the PC version, it's really good. You do need to make sure you turn off VSync though and allow it to get the appropriate FPS for your system. It locks you to 30 frames per second as if you were playing on an Xbone if you don't turn that off, which is kind of odd. But once you've done so, I didn't notice any screen tearing, and it played very smoothly. I only very occasionally dipped below 60 frames per second. Even then, it was only a couple of frames, and it was hard to notice. And that was playing the game at 4K. All of the footage that you see right now was recorded at 4K. Now, the PvP is definitely interesting because you have to use different tactics to take out players, and there's multiple ways of doing that. You can sink someone's ship. You can attack the person directly. You can attempt to get them while they're away from their ship and kill them, or you could try to sink their ship while they're not around. Sinking a player ship is always interesting. It's always fun to do that. To be perfectly honest, though, there's no point in doing it. None. The only times that you're ever going to run into players, typically, they're either heading away from a mission or to a mission. If a player's heading to a mission, odds are really low that they have anything that's of value for you to take, meaning that you shooting them serves no purpose. You sinking their ship serves no purpose because the game doesn't give you any form of reward or incentive to sink other people's ships or to attack other players. The only reason that you would do so is to get their loot if they have loot. If they don't have loot, it's quite literally a waste of your time, energy, and ammunition to attack another player. There's quite literally no reason to engage in PvP. Something that Rare seems to be a little bit oblivious of as well, because on the subreddit and on other forums that I've seen, people have said, why isn't there a reason to engage in PvP? It's basically just hoping that people will grief each other, more or less. And the system is easy to manipulate for griefing after you kill someone. Unless they scuttle their ship, then you can continue to just basically spawn camp them on their own ship and kill them rapidly and repeatedly. Because every time they come back, you can just shoot them before they've even got full screen. Because there's typically a second or two of lag between them getting a picture on their screen and their body physically being there. And it's kind of a broken system in that regards too. It's very easy to troll someone. Another thing to mention is that there is customization options within the game. Unfortunately, they are all cosmetic. There is no difference between a person who's played the game for 1 hour and the person who's played the game for 300 hours. Other than the person who's played for 300 has earned enough gold potentially to unlock various cosmetic items. But outside of cosmetics, there's no progression in the game. You don't get any reason to continue playing other than, well, I want to look a certain way. The problem with that being, not only is there only the cosmetic option, there's not even that many cosmetic choices that you can make. So theoretically, a large number of people have already basically got the look that they want, and a decent number are still working on getting the look that they want for their ship. Once you've configured everything with the look that you want, you have the clothes that you want, the weapons that are the exact same damage, as the stock ones, once they look the way you want and your ship looks the way you want, there's nothing left in the game because there's no point in doing it. There is a end game lobby that you can go to that has special missions and special clothing options and things like that. It's all cosmetic again, though. Again, if you've gone to the max of the game, there's no point in you doing so because you still do the exact same amount of damage. You have the exact same weapons as a person who's been playing the game for 5 minutes. And some people say, well, that means the playing field's balanced and you don't have to worry about, getting attacked by somebody that's a greater level than you. Yes, but that also takes away the drive and the incentive to become better in the game as well. If Rare was really worried about making sure the playing field was level, there would be other ways to split up players so low-level players didn't get just obliterated by high level. Instead, they went the route of removing any possibility of feeling like you've had progress in the game for some reason. Now, all of these things together have really convinced me of one fact. This game that is being sold as a full release, it is being sold for $60 US, is actually an early access title. You go and look at the page for the game, you go and look up information about the game, Microsoft and Rare both say that this is the full game. This is it. It's out. Since there's already been some negative pull from the game, Rare's already saying, well, we're going to add content. Don't worry, there's more content coming. There's more coming, please. Don't go away, there's more content coming. This game's been in development between 4 and 5 years, depending upon who you ask. It's barely a structure of a game at this point. It's basically a decent size ocean sandbox with 3 missions, 2 ships, and some cosmetic choices for your gear. That's it. There's nothing else in this game at all. And no real reason to buy this game. They're trying to tell us that we should wait for content because, well, it's coming in the future, don't worry. There will be a reason to play this game in the future. Yes, but unfortunately what's happening right now is the community in this game is already getting bored because, like I said, the PvP is not engaging. There's no reward system for PvPing, and there's only 3 missions. People have, within an hour of playing the game, if you have done one of each mission already, you've quite literally beat Sea of Thieves. You've done everything you need to do in the game in order to understand what it is. This game was not ready by any stretch of the imagination. The worst part is a large number of people got this game as part of the Microsoft Xbox, whatever you want to call it, Game Pass, which had a 14-day trial. I know a decent number of people that got the trial and immediately canceled the charge so that way they would get the free 14 days, and that's it. That's all they're going to do. Which means inside the next week, there is probably a decent number of the player base that's just going to up and disappear. Now, how do I know that? When they did a patch last week, there was a point where none of the players who had the Game Pass could actually get into the game. For some reason, the server just was not allowing them into the game. And I will tell you right now, the servers were ghost towns. There was hardly anyone on this game at all. I cruised around for a couple of hours and didn't see another player anywhere. And I went to all of the major locations you could go to, all of the outposts, and there was no players. And several other people that I play with on and off reported the same thing, that they were doing solo missions as well and never saw anyone else during this entire time that the servers weren't allowing the Game Pass folks in. If that's the case, and all these people disappear within the next week to 2 weeks, then there's going to be this game that, to be honest, without PvP, there is no game at the moment. The most interesting stuff you can do is shoot at other players. And that's not really an option if the other players aren't on the server anymore. The game needs PvP to be interesting. And it's about ready to run out of those players. Now, all of this said, My summary of Sea of Thieves is that this is a $20 game that is being billed as a $60 game. I do not recommend you purchase this game at $60. If you absolutely positively want to play it, then I would recommend you get the Game Pass and try it through the Game Pass. Because at least then, either you get the 14-day trial or you've only spent for the first month on this game, and you could play other better games that are available via the Game Pass. But outside of that, do not get Sea of Thieves is my recommendation. Eventually this game will probably be $20. In all honesty, if it's not 30 within 6 months, I would be highly surprised. Just because I have a feeling that Microsoft and Rare are going to be literally scrambling to try to pull players back into the game so their servers aren't dead and so their game's not dead. And they'll probably have to have a price drop in order to do so. Anyway, that is my opinion of Sea of Thieves. I am going to leave you with some additional footage. I started wandering around because I was bored in the game. Surprise, there's nothing to do. And I found a large number of players. When you went up to them, if you were using a mic and started asking where the game content was, saying, "Excuse me, I'm looking for game content. Have you found any game content? Because I don't see any game content anywhere." As I asked people this, a large number of them stopped shooting at me, stopped trying to attack me, and would either type or say something to the effect of, "No, I'm still looking for game content myself. There's none in here anywhere I can find." Which is kind of sad when, you know, I've gone up to dozens of players that said this, and I only had one that really aggressively kept coming after me, and I got the impression that they were just kind of frustrated that I was pointing out there was a problem with the game. But anyway, here's the rest of that footage if you want to see it. As always, I am the Brain Damage Gamer. Enjoy watching the rest of the video, and as always, game on. Excuse me, sir. I am looking for game content. Do you have any on your ship? No? No game content on the ship? Ah, it's a shark! Ah! Alright, well... Oh, you're gonna help me. Thank you. Well, I do appreciate the assistance. I don't think this is game content, but I will keep looking, I guess. Thank you. Excuse me. Have you found any game content in there? I'm still looking. No? No game content? No game content in there anywhere? Oh. That's not game content, that's a shot. That's still not game content. No? Nothing? Well, I guess I'll keep looking for content. I'll find it somewhere, I guess. Hello? Could you not sink my empty ship? I'll have to spend like a whole few seconds respawning it. It's gonna greatly inconvenience me. If you sink my ship, it's gonna take me like a whole minute to have to respawn it. That's mildly annoying. No, don't sink the ship. Oh no. A little lower. You gotta wait for the wave. That one hit. You hit the same spot though, so that's only gonna count as one hole. You gotta aim a little bit to the side. There you go, that's better. That'll count as a separate hit. No, lower. You gotta wait on the wave. Remember we just said this. No, and you can't hit me with that. I'm too close. Yeah, it's probably gonna miss again. I'm sorry. So have you found game content yet? You never answered my question from earlier. You missed again. You still haven't found the game content, have you? Yeah, you still missed. Oh no, there you go, the sword. You might get me with the sword. Here, I'll just take care of your anchor real quick. No, that's still not game content. You're not listening to the question. Hey, you still haven't sank my ship. You want to shoot it a couple more times? You might have better luck with the pistol hitting me. Let's see. Maybe. No, aim's good. No, we're going to the sword again. Okay. Oh no, the ship sank. It's gonna take me forever to swim to the nearest siren and or die. No, look, there's the siren. Alright, you missed. I'm never gonna die if you keep doing this. You have to try harder. Maybe I'll find game content under your ship. No, there you are. Maybe you'll hit. Maybe point blank. Let's see. Can we hit? Uh-oh, maybe. No, not gonna. Well, I'm gonna take the siren. You have fun looking. Oh, you hit me once. I'm gonna take the siren. Bye. Oh no, you killed me. Oh no, it's gonna do the same thing. I respawn. Any game content? No. I'm still looking for game content. Oh well.